okay, is far beyond our expectation.
He's the safest way of owning a house.
My mouth is full of appreciation to Federal Mortgage Bank.
It's the 100th episode of the program, Everyone Deserves a Home, the program that promotes the activities of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria and what it has been able to achieve in giving Nigerians affordable housing options. Nigerians have lauded the efforts of the architect Ahmed DANGIWA-led management team in taking the FMBN to greater heights. His exploits have also been observed and commended by other media, some of which have put their opinions on paper and various mediums. Today on our program, we shall give space to a piece produced on a program. The Noble Icon, which celebrates the person and prowess of the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the bank, Architect Ahmed DANGIWA. After the piece, the program will continue with news and the Dream Come True segment. It promises to be interesting, so just stay tuned.
The attention of Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, FMBN, has been drawn to the activities of one Ugwu North Partnership operating a website called NHF Check. The firm requires members of the public to pay the sum of 2,500 naira to assist them check their National Housing Fund NHF eligibility and 3,500 naira for consultation to get support and guidance in processing NHF refund to retirees. In view of this, the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria hereby disassociate itself from the activities of this firm and wish to advise the general public to always use either the bank's website, branch offices of the bank nationwide, or the accredited primary mortgage banks (PMBs) for all inquiries and guidance. The general public should note that FMBN has not appointed Ugwu North Partnership to render any services to the public on its behalf. Consequently, any individual, group or organization that transacts any business with the firm in respect to National Housing Fund NHF does so at his or her own risk. Signed, FMBN Management.
Welcome back. A program, The Noble Icon, which showcases Nigerians who have made their mark in their chosen careers, celebrating their successes, put together a profile of the MD, CEO of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, Architect Ahmed DANGIWA. It tells of the journey of the MD from a young business executive to what he has been able to achieve as the MD of the foremost mortgage institution in Nigeria. Let's see what they put together.
Architect Ahmed Musa DANGIWA is a consummate and resilient architect with over 30 years of real estate, infrastructure development, banking and management experience spanning private and public practices, as well as in academia. Prior to his appointment as Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, Architect DANGIWA held sway as the Managing Partner of AM Design Consults since 1996, an architectural and real estate development consultancy firm, and Jario International Nigeria Limited, a construction company where he supervised the delivery of several outstanding projects in diverse areas and sectors across the country. He also worked in a reputable architectural firm on graduation, Tried Associates, Kaduna, where he developed his professional career in designs and project management from pupil to principal to senior architect and associate partner. Architect DANGIWA excelled as a mortgage finance practitioner, rising through the ranks in Sahel Mortgage Finance Limited from a property manager to head of credit control to becoming the manager, mortgage banking division. In this capacity, he was involved in the design and delivery of wide variety of mortgage products and real estate projects, especially social mass housing. Mr. DANGIWA is a professional architect, a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Architects, FNIA, a fellow of the Institute of Corporate Executives of Nigeria, FICN, and an associate member of American Institute of Architects, AAIA. He is also a member of other professional bodies, such as a senior associate member of Risk Management Association of Nigeria, RIMAN, a fellow of both the Institute of Credit Administration, FICA, and Institute of Strategic Customer Service and Trade Management, ICSTM, an honorary fellow of Chartered Institute of Loan and Risk Management of Nigeria, CILRM, and an honorary senior member of the Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria, CIBN. He holds an MSc, Architecture, and MBA, both from Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, in addition to a bachelor's honors degree in architecture from the same university. He is an alumni of the prestigious Wharton University, Pennsylvania, and has attended numerous training courses, local and international, on housing finance, computer-aided designs, design and build workshops and project management, as well as several other professional and leadership training programs. For many good reasons. First, he combined an impressive track record of academic excellence and private sector experience as a housing industry practitioner and professional. Second, he had built an enviable track record as a successful practicing architect with over 30 years of wide-ranging experience and understands at both the theoretical and practical levels of the business of real estate as well as the social imperative upon which it rests. His career spanned both the private-public sectors. From 1996 until his appointment, he built 2 leading architectural and construction companies. As the driver of those companies, he acquired practical experience in designing and supervising the delivery of several outstanding housing and related projects in diverse areas and sectors across the country. Besides his expertise and experience as a top-level estate consultant, DANGIWA came on board as someone already familiar with the mortgage banking industry. Years down the line, an architect, DANGIWA, has not disappointed bookmakers. He has held his management team to champion a series of bold corporate reforms. Graced pursued long-standing programs that are designed to unlock the potential of the bank for impact and brought a private sector management edge to bear on the operations of the bank. Consider the accelerated stakeholder rally to bolster the financial capacity of the bank. The DANGIWA-led management of the FMBN successfully lobbied critical players in the industry and the National Assembly to pass the reviewed FMBN and NHF Establishment Acts. As the lead man at the FMBN in the past years, Architect DANGIWA has demonstrated a passionate commitment to putting the Nigerian worker first. From the horse's mouth. I believe that in executing the mandate of the FMBN to deliver affordable housing, we must improve access to cheap housing finance and encourage developers to build houses that workers can afford, he remarked recently. From designs to finish, the uppermost consideration must be the financial capacity of workers. Many previous housing programs have failed in the past because they were not built based on a clear understanding of the financial dynamic of the Nigerian worker in mind. A good reflection of his worker-centric mindset that DANGIWA has brought to bear on the operation of the bank include the reduction in the equity requirement for housing loans. Instead of 5% and 20% equity requirement, workers now pay zero equity for loans below 5 million and only 10% for loans from 5 million naira to 50 million naira. He has also led the bank to introduce the rent-to-own home ownership scheme. The scheme allows a beneficiary to move into FMBN-owned housing property as a tenant and pay to own the property in monthly or annual installments over 30 years at an interest rate of just 9%. Another notable stride of the FMBN under Architect DANGIWA's leadership is the launch last year of FMBN digital platforms. The digital platforms have ushered in a new era of transparency and accountability in the operations of the National Housing Fund, NHF, by empowering contributors with real-time access to information on their NHF accounts. Overall, The new direction of change at the FMBN inspires hope for expansion of access to affordable housing for a greater number of Nigerians. To sustain the tempo of reform, government and stakeholders should rally around the current management and provide needed support in its plans to recapitalize the bank and review the NHF and FMB Act.
In our lineup, Nasarawa State University seeks FMBN's collaboration for providing housing for its staff. Keep watching for the details.
The Nasarawa State University Council has called on the FMBN for partnership in delivering affordable houses for staff of the university. Speaking at a meeting with a delegation from the university at the Mortgage House recently, Managing Director, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, Architect Ahmed DANGIWA, disclosed that the bank is deepening its areas of collaboration with institutions of learning towards ensuring that decent and affordable homes are provided for low and median income earners.
The bank is currently extending its areas of collaboration and partnership with the academic community, particularly institutions of higher institutions of learning in areas under the development of some other facilities, hostel, accommodation, and even cooperative housing development loan, which have extended to many institutions. In fact, the first cooperative development loan was issued to FUTA, Federal University of Technology, Akure, to which they developed houses for their own staff under the cooperative union. We are committed to providing this, ensuring that Nigerians in the private and public sector have access to decent and secure accommodation. Because through the scheme we have given out affordable mortgages and construction finance to individuals.
DANGIWA then urged the University Council to explore the various loan products the bank offers towards attaining their home ownership dreams. Executive Director, Finance and Corporate Services, Mr. Melville Ibu, on his part, urged the council to liaise with the state government to provide land for the council to ease the process of home ownership.
If you can liaise with the state to give you land, then you apply, that is the relevant union, can apply to Federal Mortgage Bank with members of the union as off-takers, prospective off-takers. The bank, when you determine the type of houses you want, how much you can afford, the bank can, working with you, and OCD, agree on those houses, the terms. Then you determine your contractor. They will build, and then you have people. You see, the danger of giving FMBN land of the university, you can't really do it because the land belongs to the university. So if you submit the land as you have it, so have it now, to Federal Mortgage Bank, to academics of today, how about the academics of tomorrow?
Leader of the delegation, Professor Ahmed Alizaga, while speaking, said the visit was to explore ways of collaborating with the bank in providing houses for staff of the institution.
One of the problems we have is this issue of affordable, decent accommodation. So we, as a council, so it's absolutely necessary to, in view of the paucity of funds that we always have, we say we want to, a committee, a council subcommittee under my own chairmanship was set up to look at one, the possibility of securing a mortgage loan facility.
The meeting provided the right opportunity for the institution to ask questions about the entire process, to which the bank readily provided answers. To further the process, desk officers were appointed to liaise with the University Council. Minister of Works and Housing Babatunde Raji Fashola has said that the first phase of the National Housing Programme (NHP) has delivered houses in 34 states of the country. The minister said this at the commissioning of Isele Azagba housing units in Anyocha North Local Government Council of Delta State, where he represented President Muhammadu Buhari. He noted that the project is proof of the current administration's commitment towards improving human dignity and economic development. Fashola said the projects were completed with the support of governors who provided land for building. Speaking at the event, Special Advisor on Housing, Mr. Biodun Oki, said the project is an outcome of a national survey conducted by the Ministry of Works and Housing to find out the type of houses Nigerians desired. Also speaking, Acting Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Works and Housing, Chukwuonwike Uzo, said the ministry is promoting local content in line with Executive Orders 3 and 5. In this way, the use of available local building materials in the National Housing Program has stimulated the economy through the production and use of the materials. Governor of Delta State, Ifeanyi Okowa, was represented by the Commissioner of Housing, Chief Festus Ochenogo, noted that the estate is part of the crucial development of the society, as housing is a basic necessity for human survival.
You are still watching the program Everyone Deserves a Home. More and more Nigerians have continued to testify that the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, through some of its new innovative products, have made home owners out of them. Mr. Adeniyi Joseph is one such home owner. Let's hear how his journey to home ownership went.
The payment process is quite flawless.
It was unbelievable because I didn't know that they have such a scheme existing in Nigeria.
Is it true that I will get the house? No, why not? You met all the requirements, so you'll get it.
The joy of ownership is wonderful.
Mr. Adeniyi Joseph owns this two-bedroom semi-detached bungalow at the Woodhill Estate, Kuje, Abuja. He got to know about the house through the developer of the estate, who encouraged him to apply for the house.
Yeah, I got to know about National Housing Fund through the National Assembly and decided to go to head of service and obtain the form. I obtained the form with my colleagues and we submitted the form. After some time, we were called to come and sign some documents. And then we met, later on we met. There are so many advertisements. That is where I was privileged to know Mr. Architect Dayo, who offered to give me 3-bedroom flats at the cost of 9.5 million.
Because he was not eligible to own a 3-bedroom at the time, Mr. Adeniyi opted for the 2-bedroom apartment. He got the house at the cost of 6.5 million naira. The happy homeowner is elated to be a landlord in the capital city of Abuja.
It's a big testimony to stop paying rent in this Abuja, because to me as a human being, paying rent is like slavery. It's like slavery. In fact, if I know that this kind of things is possible, right from the time I started my job, I would have looked for our venue, even if it's one room, that it becomes my own after paying rent. I will have been able to go into it. So it's very great. The place is good, it's better. You know, it's a new house. It's even better than all the houses that you rent in the suburb or in the cities of Abuja. So I'm very happy to be a homeowner.
His wife shares her experience as a homeowner.
I'm very happy because it's not an easy thing to be staying in a rented apartment. At least we have a dominion on your things. You have rights, you can do whatever you want in your house without any interference. So I'm very happy.
Mr. Adeniyi also shares his experience as a tenant.
We cannot compare the two now. It's just like comparing that with sleeping. You know, a tenant, you know, is like a slave to the landlord. I remember those days, my rent are supposed to end up by March. By February, you know, these are our brothers who they say, Nigerians say the life money is my landlord. So by February, you just call me, Mr. So. Where is my money? Not even good money, not afternoon. Not, you know, Africans like greetings, asking for your family, even using the credit. They say, no, where is my money? That was when I began to say, wow, I must own a house in Abuja. So in this one, we pay at your convenience. Nobody is disturbing you. There is respect. Everybody, you know, your co-occupier, owner-occupier, you see yourself as owners, and you give that respect to yourself.
For Mr. Joseph, he says the repayment is the most convenient loan anyone can get.
The most convenient of any loan is this federal housing loan. The most convenient because if you go to bank to borrow borrowed money, IS will still give you 5 years. Long time loan, maybe I don't know whether there is 10 years, but it's normally 3 years. But this one, if you have 35 years in service, you spend 35 years to pay back. So is that not so convenient? 6.5 million you are paying back in 30 years, 25 years, 35 years, 20 years.
He encourages Nigerians to take the opportunity to own a home through mortgages.
Our question for the week is, how can I get a house in an FMBN funded estate and what requirements must I meet?
In our various locations, the branches we have nationwide, anywhere the bank is constructing houses for the NHF contributors, if you go to that place, you'll get information. Then also if you check our website, the bank usually posts all the estates we are constructing nationwide so that you can look into the one you want so that the loan can be processed for you to buy. So those are the areas you will get the houses that banks are funding and you'll be able to apply.
And on this note, we end this episode of the program. Kindly stop by at any of our branch offices nearest to you or log on to www.fmbn.gov.ng for more information about the bank and how you can go about owning your own dream house. Don't forget to catch up on previous episodes of the program on our social media handles showing on your screens. I'll be here again next week, same time, same station, for another edition of the program. Until then, have a pleasant night rest.